Good morning. You're listening to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Louisville, Kentucky at the fall Starnet meeting, and I'm with Mark Bischoff, the president and CEO. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. It's always nice to see you in a fine hotel property.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned that. This is top-notch. This Omni Hotel is, the finishes inside, the curved ceilings, the stone floors, the stainless this, and it's just gorgeous, isn't it?
It's beautiful. They always do a nice job. Omni's been a great partner for Starnet for years, and the folks that attend the meetings always compliment the facilities. It's really inspiring.
You know, I think Starnet attempted to come to Louisville several years ago, and COVID got in the way, and there were some riots going on, and it seems to all have settled down now, right?
Well, it looks pretty good and clear on the street out there, but we've got a wonderful program planned and great attendance.
All right, let's catch up on Starnet. I think the last time you and I spoke on a podcast, we were in Birmingham together. Tell us about the health of the organization. How's Starnet doing?
So the members are doing very well. They report in, their backlogs are still strong. We're asking them to fill out surveys on a more regular basis now. We think we can develop a reliable backlog reporting system so that the industry players can compare what the Starnet members are reporting to AIA and the general contractors, and we think that'll be useful. But currently, they're all feeling pretty good about the balance of the year and next year, and hopefully we get our politics sorted out and the path forward is a little clearer beyond 2024.
Why do you think it is that the supply side of the business is talking about just a little bit of growth, and then you talk to the contractor side of the business and it sounds really healthy? So what's the gap there?
Well, there's generally a lag. I think the challenges in the residential business are starting to seep into the mind share of the manufacturers. It is important for them, and we're actually starting to feel the effects in multifamily a bit. There are deals that would have gone last year or the year before that just due to the interest rates and the math aren't going forward. So our members are starting to see some multifamily cancellations. The lag in the business allows the members to adjust so they can work through different segments and be prepared for that. And it's going slow enough that I think everybody will be able to rotate. We've seen the rotation. For example, tenant office improvement has been almost at a zero for several years. So our members have already adjusted to that. But the big corporate work continues to come through. So we're hopeful that steady pace will continue the balance of 23 and 24.
You got started down that path about talking about the sectors. You just covered corporate office. What sectors are performing best right now?
So our members traditionally always do well in healthcare, and that continues to hold up. We also have a wave of ambulatory outpatient care that's coming through in addition to the hospital, so the members are able to do higher end finishes in some of those properties compared to healthcare, which is obviously high end, but it's more of a compliance high end rather than a high end interior design. So it's an interesting mix in the market. Large corporate is still okay. The healthcare business is very good. Multifamily for our members is very good. And there's some other segments that are a bit unusual, labs, research facilities that they've been able to expand into. And that's very regional, but the members are reporting back good results there.
Since I spoke to you last, you've got a new chairman, Steve Cloud with M. Frank Higgins. Have you got him trained yet?
I don't think I'll be training Steve. Steve's third generation hardcore flooring contractor. He knows what he's doing, but he's been a great partner and very supportive. Steve and Chuck worked pretty closely together on the board when Chuck Bodie was still on the board, so I think it's been great. We've had a good reset on our board of directors.
So we're in Louisville, the fall meeting. This organization, the largest group of commercial contractors in the U.S., does meet twice a year. This one has a different purpose, though, right? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the tone on the fall meeting is much more focused on training and development. We're always happy to see each other in the spring, and that's more of a celebration of the accomplishments of the prior year. So we have some workshops scheduled for this that continue our theme around workforce development, both on the white collar or in the office side and the blue collar or the field labor. We're continuing to work through our technology partners, and actually there's incredible advancements there. We'll see some sneak peeks on AI and the impact in construction at this fall meeting. Beyond that, we always are working with the members on the traditional succession planning and making sure that their productivity is as high as possible at each location.
So, keynote speakers.
Our keynote this year is Scott Steinberg, and he's kind of a blend of a futurist and a business consultant. So we've asked him to come in and share a viewpoint that we could take on the future and the impact of technology, AI, robotics on the construction industry. I think all of us know that the future will be different, but I think Scott's perception is we need to move more quickly, and he thinks that there are some other industries that are much more traditional, agriculture, mining, that we might take some lessons from. So it should be interesting. I think it's a little bit out of the box, but we're excited to have Scott come and talk with the group.
You know, I interview a lot of people, and there seems to be more concern right now about what the future is going to bring. What's your outlook on the rest of this year and into 24?
Well, I'm pretty positive. The reality is the commercial construction industry allows the entire economy to thrive. I mean, we can't work out in the woods, and AI doesn't work in the rain. So having people working together inside buildings, no matter how they're designed, is going to continue. And I think we'll change how we approach the market, just like we changed how we approached the market in 1990 and in 2008 and in 2020. We've seen some unprecedented things, and I think that'll continue to accelerate. But I have a lot of faith in our entrepreneurs and the manufacturers that work with us. If we're collaborating and we spend the time together, we'll figure it out. And the end users are pretty open about what we need to do. I mean, we often communicate to the members what major end users in the architectural and design community are saying. They put it in articles, give interviews. So as long as we follow their guidance and serve those stakeholders well, we'll be in great shape.
Quick stats on this meeting, roughly number of attendees, percentage of membership represented here?
Well, generally the fall meeting we have about 300. It fluctuates. Sometimes it goes a little over and sometimes a little under. We had a good run. I think we got close to 300 doing some recruiting at the end, but I think the number's going to fall probably somewhere between 285 and 290. So it falls in line with most of our attendance at the fall meeting. And we'll have a different mix of owners and employees and associates from the members here. Often spring meeting is mostly owners, and this is a little bit different mix, so we always like to have the associates come and participate in Starnet events.
So coming up, you got Amelia in the spring and Nashville next fall, right?
That's right. Both of those meetings will be preceded by a strategic meeting that we'll have in Atlanta with the board in January, and that'll set up the next 5 to 7 years for us.
Okay, Mark, it's great to catch up with you and tell our listeners what's going on with Starnet. Again, been talking to Mark Bischoff, President and CEO of Starnet, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.